Hey, welcome to Mullen Stock. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications by hitting the bell so you never miss any of our uploads. And also remember that this is not a financial advice video. Today, I want to talk to you about what happened with Mullen, some data points that are coming from the company or not coming, and I want to answer some difficult questions. So Mullen closed with a decrease of 10.68% and 42.44 million shares were traded. The average is 56, which is a bit lower compared to the past few days. There was no significant news today that could explain Mullen decline. So I think this was a significant disappointment for investors, especially since there was news of an extension yesterday, which could be seen as a temporary patch, and that's good, but Mullen still needs substantial news, whether it's reiterating what Randy Marion people are saying or something else. Again, nothing came from Mullen. So from an investor's perspective, today was a bit disappointing, if you understand what I mean. And without a doubt, because of the disappointment today, people are starting to look for answers to some tough questions, like slap the ask. They are saying that without at least 5% ownership, a reverse stock split is impossible. So people are thinking that without a reverse stock split, there won't be another chance for Mullen to go above $1. It might be a bit premature to start thinking about this, or it might be right. Again, there are many different moving parts for Mullen, working on both positive and negative sides. So I just wanted to answer this question: can a reverse stock split happen despite retail ownership? Based on this, Chocha posted this a year ago, again to show that they own the retail float. The latest round of 13 institutions has consistently sold Mullen. All these transactions occurred during Q3, and very few people bought. You can see here that an ETF bought about 33,000 shares in Q3. But apart from that, everyone is selling their stuff. It has been mentioned that there are both strategic entities and institutions selling among retail as well. And remember that Interactive Brokers has not updated their outstanding share count to correct 287 million. In this situation, they show 1.87. But still, as you can see, retail essentially owns the float. So the question was right about how a reverse stock split can pass if retail owns the float. But unfortunately, there are conditions within the preliminary 14 that work for Mullen. As you can see, Kendall had posted this. So finally, it is said that if a person, that is, a retail investor, decides not to vote, then it is written here that proposal number 1 is a routine matter. If you own shares through a bank, broker, or another record holder, these shares can be voted on your behalf by your bank on proposal 1. In this way, many people's votes are going through the bank. Do you think the bank makes a difference to Mullen? No, they will vote according to the board recommendation. So the board has written this. They believe it will be in favor of the reverse stock split. So the bank will vote in its favor. So bank is going to vote in favor. So, as it is said in preliminary 14A, you need to hold the shares on October 30th. They are not sending any proxy statements right now. Maybe they will send them in the first week of November. But still, it is very important that everyone votes for it. If you don't, it will be up to your bank, broker, or another holder to decide how to vote on your behalf. And still, do you think they'd care about it? No. If you lose money in Mullen, the bank will remain. They don't really care. Still, there are many conditions in 14A that are very detrimental. Besides, I have highlighted that technically David doesn't have proxies, which were often in the hands of strategic entities. This has changed this time. But still, retail investors who often control the float can potentially tip the balance in favor of the banks. So who knows? Still, the question and answer are in this text of how it is understood that the reverse stock split will pass. And according to my own opinion, if the reverse stock split passes, there are very high chances that they can make it 1 for 100. Many people are very hopeful, saying they might only do 1 for 2. No, just because this is their last chance to do a reverse stock split. And I'm looking at this in the context of NASDAQ decisions regarding excessive reverse stock splits. Many people think that they won't be allowed to do another reverse stock split, which is beyond my understanding. The insistence here is that they've just submitted a 14A for a reverse stock split vote. You can't do another reverse stock split. This is beyond my comprehension. And then, just to clarify for those who are in it, they say that during 2 years, technically, Mullen cannot exceed the 1 for 250 ratio. If they do, it means they won't get any benefits under NASDAQ 5810C3A, which are basically extensions. So if they go beyond the 1 for 250 ratio, they won't receive any more extensions from NASDAQ. This is their last chance. So if this is true, it means they're just trying to maximize their money. This means a 1 for 100 reverse stock split, as it sounds useless. And I know some people won't agree, but still it's fair. There can be different things here. Again, they can just naturally grow on their own. But based on today's stock performance and I believe Mullen may not care about herself, but in terms of data points, it might not be appropriate to discuss this too soon. So talking about options, buying $38,000 calls instead of $38 puts. So the dollar value has decreased significantly. There are still a few more puts than calls, so people are still hoping that it might decrease a bit more. And talking about open interest, there were about 17,000 open interest on the $0.50 strike price today. So all options have been worthless so far. And when we look at the volume on January 19th, there's a higher probability of being above the $0.50 strike price because nearly 722 bids were placed today. So there was a total of 10,000 open interest at the $0.50 strike price, 12,000 at $1, and 9,000 at $0.50. So as I said, many people are ready to bet on this in my opinion. And let's talk about shorts as well. Today's shorts score is 74. Utilization is 90.62. And today, shorts have increased by approximately 588,000 shares. The fact that they increased on a very negative day indicates that they believe A, it is justified, and B, they hope this trend will continue. But keep in mind, the broader market also sold at that time. So Mullen was affected in two ways. There was no news, and the broader market sold as well. Still, 26.94% of the free float has been shorted. But as I said, it's typically around 17 to 18%, and 26.1 million shares have been shorted overall, according to yesterday's data. And according to Interactive Broker Short Availability, the total number of shares that can be shorted next week is approximately 1.4 million. Guys, that's all we have for you today. What is your opinion about Mullen stock? Get involved and let us know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching.